Hey, fellow film fans, Englentine here with the what are we doing here? The Xtreme Movie Show. I was suggested this TV show by the real Dr. Venkman, who's on here quite a bit with Rob Zilla on Kicking It, and he does the top 10s with us and sometimes watch parties. Not this time, apparently. We've been tossing, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do all night? And I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do something. He asked for this. So here it goes. This is a TV show called Pen15. Okay. It's streaming on Hulu right now. And the premise is these two girls, these two actresses, go back into middle school. And I guess they're trying to tell the story of them in middle school, Maya Erskine and Anna Conkle. But the conceit of the whole thing is that they're actually 31 years old while they're filming this. Now, this, of course, is the big thing. This is what had Dr. Venkman saying, hey, wait a second, this seems gross. So, of course, this was discovered right around the time of, what was that, Cuties. So I don't want to become that guy. What is his name? Brad something or other at Channel Awesome, who always does the sick and weird movies. I don't want to become that guy, but I get it. There are sometimes some shows or something that people don't quite know about. So let's check it out. I've got it on Hulu right here. I can't show the entire thing because of copyright. I may go to it once in a while to give you a heads up on what's happening and everything. It's 27 minutes long. Okay, let's find out what this thing is. Venkman's in the comments saying, have fun. Hey, it's your request, man. It's your request. So let's see what this is all about. Let's see if it gets a reaction. Okay, so they're talking about, oh, we're in 7th grade. It's going to be amazing. I don't know what year. I guess 31 years old, 7th grade would be in the 90s. Okay, these are obviously 30-year-olds. And yeah, they're already talking about hand jobs. This isn't even, they're not even trying right now to cover up the fact that they're 30. She's drawing boobs on girls she doesn't like in the yearbooks. This is quite serious. I'm reading Rorschach issue 1. Don't think either of us will have any fun. We'll talk about that on the other thing. Hey, Jim, how's it going? I'm doing a little reaction to Pen15. This is weird. I mean, it's not. Look, here's the thing. These two are acting as if they're in middle school, but they are 30-year-old people. So whatever they're doing, it's not going to be as bad as Cuties at all. She shows up with her mom. You like my new haircut? And her mom's just like, no. I could see where this is going because we know she has that bowl cut. So the mom's going to go, hey, let me fix it. And yep, he's doing the bowl cut. Okay, if anybody has never experienced the bowl cut, this is when your mother or grandmother or somebody, they put a bowl on your head and just basically they cut right underneath the bowl. I have experienced it once, never again. They're just doing the woohoo, we're 7th graders, aren't we so older now and all that kind of stuff. This is a weird show. Bull E would kill for a bowl cut. No, I'm good actually, man. I'll tell you something. I like my baldness. I get out of the shower, I'm done. I am A-okay. The only thing I don't like about being bald is I have to wear a hat whenever I go to Disney. These kids push their faces on each other way too much. Yeah, there's no getting around the fact that these are 30-year-olds. So the whole thing I think Venkman was grossed out by is that they're talking to actual middle schoolers with their dialogue. So if they're crushing on somebody or they're hating on somebody, they're actually hating on real kids. The soundtrack is pure 90s. Okay, that's weird. So they look over at this kid and they're going, oh, I heard she got her boobs now. I know it's true. They're ginormous. And then they flash to a close-up of obvious adult breasts. So at least they're doing that much as far as, you know, to avoid the whole Cuties thing. They're not sexualizing children. They're sexualizing the adults who are playing kids. So as I said that, it just didn't sound right coming out of my mouth. Take that how it is. I had the bowl cut twice. I was never so happy that I lived in the country and it was Somerset Jim. So far, it's not anything. I don't find it cringy. I don't find it, I mean, I laughed a couple of times at basically at her saying, hey, I cut my hair and I love it. And her mom just going, no. And, you know, the fight between her and her mom to put the bowl on the head, I thought that was funny. So, but I haven't cringed yet. It's not funny enough for me to care. It's not bad enough for me to care. It's just flatline. This is not a show I would watch. So being this way is really bad for me, because this is something that I'm going to probably watch. And aside from the fact that it being on this channel that I did a live reaction to, I'm never going to return. I'm never going to go back to it. I don't see any value in the show. Dustin loves Maya. What, is one of these characters named Maya? Okay, so now we're getting a trick played on the Asian girl. There's all these papers that say Dustin loves Maya, Brandon loves Maya, and they're the hottest guys in the school. And then the 12-year-old hot girls call her over. And they're like, oh, you look so different. Really, you look menopausal. She looks like an Asian Dorothy Hamill with that cut. Oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. That's a problem. If it was cringy or something, I would be like, oh, okay, let's see what's next. Let's see what's next. Yeah, so far, so boring. I'm sorry, guys. I wish there was something to this. So now they're talking about, oh, wait a second, everybody loves me and I'm popular now. What are we gonna do? Okay, so they get in trouble at gym. They're handed the gym clothes. Did you guys get gym clothes? Now, is that a northern thing? Because we were supposed to provide our own shorts and gym clothes and everything. They definitely didn't give us all, like, they're sitting here in clothes that they have the school logo on and everything. So this is kind of weird. So yeah, they're creeping out over kids who are way too young for them to saying this. It is a little bit weird. This is a scene where they're actually like, oh, look at him. He's so hot and he's so cute. And then the camera kind of pans in and catches a guy in the right light. But there's a running joke going on where it'll play music and they're like doing their little dramatic walk or the dramatic dreamy sequence only for someone to yell at them or somebody to hit them with something. It's happened a couple of times already. So it seems to me that they're going to this particular well a little bit too often. I wonder how uncomfortable it was to film scenes like this. This is the scene that Venkman actually sent to me, or at least the picture of it. They're sitting here. They're sitting at the nurse's office, and she seems to be macking on this young guy. But she's really not macking on him. She's asking, are you really interested in my friend? Because they saw all those flyers that said, ooh, Maya, you're the most beautiful and all that kind of stuff. So far, gang, I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't see it one way or the other. It's more silly and stupid. Maybe something happens later. They say it's cringe, but I don't see the cringe. Maybe I'm immune to it. I don't know. Once you watch Cuties, what the hell are you going to find cringy about? Seriously. The only thing I'm looking at here really is the fact that these girls really do look 30. So it's not like they made themselves up to look like they were 15 or something, which would be really gross. So they're talking and they go, I'm going to send them a note. What do you think about this? And it was like, hi, this is Maya. Will you go out with me? Check yes or no in the box. I think everybody got the check the box note. The one that always pissed me off was this thing, the fold thing, where it's like, hey, Englentine, pick a number. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, pick a color. Blue, BLUE. Ha, you suck. You know, and it's yeah, that was always a bit of a turn, because it was always the hottest chick in school that wanted to do that. Ooh, she's gonna talk to me. What does she want? What does she want? And it's abject humiliation. So they just told the girl that everything was a joke, and they just said that Maya was the ugliest girl in school. Yikes. Now it's a little bit cringe. And they told the tall blonde girl that, why are you wearing a bra when there's nothing in there? So these real 12-year-old and 15-year-old kids are telling the 31-year-olds all of this. It's gotten a little cringe now. Okay, now they're crying in the bathroom. See, this is the part where it gets a little cringy. Now, I've had to deal with people picking on my daughters before. They were picking on Elizabeth. Elizabeth used to be about that big. She was, and I'm not talking when she's a baby. She was always a tiny kid, and she got picked on. So I told Ashley, who was always bigger. I mean, she was one of those kids that just grew really, really fast. So I said, well, if there are kids who are picking on your young sister, you have my permission to beat the teetotal hell out of them. And Gail's like, no, don't tell him that. I say, are you kidding me? Because that's the way we were raised. My dad said, if somebody's going to push you, if somebody's going to hit you, you have to teach them that there's a price for it. They could kick your ass, but by God, they're going to know you're in a fight. And I took that same thing with my daughters, and I taught them how to punch and everything. So Gail did not appreciate that at all. I hated the fact that my daughter got picked on. Okay, that's funny. They're going over the, well, you can't listen to these. Think about this. And they're talking about, oh, Sandy Puchek. Yes, her mole covers her whole neck. No, actually, with this particular turn, it's actually become a better TV show. I'm not seeing the whole thing. I wouldn't connect this to, they're not doing anything gross. They're not kissing up or loving up on the middle schoolers. They're just playing middle schoolers at the age of 30. Now, this is the only episode I've seen, and I haven't finished that. They're going to their brother and saying, I need you to beat these guys up. And she just told her brother that the boys called her Eugis. So he decided, okay, I'm going to take care of this. The brother said, Eugis, which is ugliest in the school, is the worst thing you could be called. And he tells him, I'm not going to beat up a 7th grader, but I'll tell you some words. So he asked his sister, he goes, okay, so tell me, what's this guy look like? And she's like, oh, he's got chestnut brown hair and he's got this perfect skin. Yeah, it's not how you, as a guy who's ready to throw down, wants to hear his opponent described as. Okay, so he's teaching him how to basically smack talk. It's okay. So yeah, a couple of giggles. It's got a bit of a story to it now, at least 5 minutes left in the episode. But I'm sorry, Venkman, this isn't a cutie style show. This isn't that. She just announced that she's going to bitch out the 2 guys that insulted her, and somebody's like, she's going to get her butt kicked. Well, let's face it, at this age, if you were to actually punch a girl, you'd probably get taken care of, at least in my day. I don't know how it was in the 90s. But apparently she just wants to go and start smack talking. She's calling the kid a midget. Yeah, so she's picking a fight with the kids that insulted her. Now she's challenging him to a fight. That's nothing any girl should ever do. Oh my gosh. So the brother tells her to say, to go up to him and smack talk and say, yo, you midget, you little midget, aardvark, dick having motherfucker. And she goes off and she's getting encouraged by the crowd. So she yells, you got a midget dick, and that's why your dad died. Okay, now the show has my respect. I'm sorry, man. I lost twice. I was wrong on the show. I read Rorschach. You got a midget dick, and that's why your dad died. You got a midget dick, and that's why your dad died. Oh, that was good. Sounds like we need to watch more of this. Maybe. That could be the funniest thing I hear tonight. And so the brother sends a message. Heard you stood up for yourself. You did good. Burn after reading. And she gets another little note. They're all folded like old notebook paper and everything. And she's like, holy F balls. Cut to the school the next day. And they're following the map, and it's to the boys' restroom. You got a midget dick, and that's why your dad died. Oh, goodness. So UG's 1980 Odetta math. Okay, so this map led to the UG's list, and you see that she's on it. So this is the year 2000. She's on it for the year 2000, and she's looking at it. So she scratches her name off and then walks out, apparently. All righty. Yeah, there's a little bit more heart to this than what's seen. I know this is completely opposite of what you thought was going to happen, Venkman, but yeah, it's just not that kind of TV show. So she's telling her friend, "Hey, look, I'm on the UG's list. My reputation is gone. You should enjoy 7th grade by yourself. Get to do it yourself, because if you're my friend, you're going to be brought down." And she's like, "I can't do this myself. I watch Hulu on PC and ad block skips the commercials." Yeah, I'm watching it on my computer too. I just and I've got ad block on. So they say, "Okay, whatever." They grab hands and there you go. That's it. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I can get it if you're of that age. Even as a guy, I can look at some of the stuff and you can relate to certain things. I guess what they're really going for is they're trying to get people to relate to the just growing up, just being a teenager and being going through that hardship. Because let's face it, middle school, in my opinion, was worse than high school with the insults and everything like that. But then again, much like my daughter at the time, I was a little guy. I wasn't a midget, but I was small enough that when I was in 5th grade, they talked about holding me back to see if I would grow. And I was so scared. When I got in, we had this big meeting between the principal, my 5th grade teacher, and my parents. And I'm sitting here listening to this. I'm like, no. And my dad asked the one question that told me, because even afterwards, I was begging him, please don't do this. Please don't do this. But my dad said, yeah, and what if he doesn't grow? They were expecting to hold me back. So like the next, it's like, what if he doesn't grow? What if he doesn't get as big as you think he needs to be? So thankfully they never did. They never did hold me back because my size. I would never have done that to Elizabeth either. But yeah, I get it. It could be hard. So that's the premise. That's the premise of the TV show. Anyway, gang, there you go. My review of Pen15, or as what it says. Check it out if you want. I don't think it's going to hurt you, but I don't think it's going to hurt your life if you miss it. Please click like and share the channel. Get word out about it. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. And we definitely could use the help there. If you want to help monetarily, links in the description below. Like, thank everybody who's hung out and watched me react to this not so weird TV show. And thank you very, very much for watching. And remember, stay extreme.